Am I the asshole for wearing a sweater my ex bought me? Buckle up, this is long. 10 years ago, my sister and I were living in an apartment in a bad neighborhood. Our next door neighbor, I'll call her Cindy, became very good friends with my sister. We all grew very close. My sister sadly fell into drugs and went to prison about 2 years after meeting Cindy. Cindy and I did all we could to get her clean, but prison was the only thing that did that. While my sis was inside, Cindy and I grew closer and briefly dated. We lasted about 2 months before we amicably split. Part of the reason we split was because Cindy realized she was a lesbian, and not bi as she had thought. We are still on good terms. My sis got out and she and I moved in together again. Cindy was still there for us, and a big help. We got another great neighbor, I'll call him Ted. The four of us began to do gift exchanges around every Christmas. Nothing big, but a great little tradition. We have done it the last 5 years, since my sis got out. Ted isn't even our neighbor anymore, neither is Cindy, but we all still cross town to get together once a year. Cindy is still very close to my sis. Best friends. Cindy has been dating a woman for a couple years now, and it's getting serious. Cindy is thinking about popping the question. I only mention this to show that Cindy is truly just a very good friend, with no romantic interest in me. My current girlfriend and I have been dating for about 6 months. We will call her Jane. She is insanely jealous of Cindy. She gets angry when Cindy comes to my place to hang out with my sister. One time, Cindy went to my mother's house to fix her washing machine. Jane and I stopped by hours after Cindy had left, and Mom just casually said I could do laundry there again if I wanted to, because Cindy fixed the washer. Jane cried for over an hour and forbid me from washing the clothes in the washer my ex fixed. She is just completely unhinged about her. A week ago, we did the yearly gift exchange. Cindy got me a plain black sweater, but it is really soft. Seriously, the softest thing I've ever put on my body. I love it. When Jane found out Cindy gave it to me, she completely lost her mind. She wants me to get rid of it. But it's a really comfortable sweater, and I don't want to. I told her she is being ridiculous. Cindy and I dated years ago, for only a couple months. And she is a lesbian. I'm refusing to get rid of the shirt. Am I the asshole? Get rid of the girlfriend, keep the shirt. Not the asshole. Jane cried for over an hour and forbid me from washing the clothes in the washer my ex fixed. This is unhinged. Not the asshole, and you gotta ditch Jane. Jealousy has no place in a healthy relationship. Either you trust your partner or you don't. And who would want that kind of drama from a 6-month-old relationship? Jane probably needs to go. That kind of jealousy is a problem that will not go away. You can completely cut Cindy out of your life and she'll just find someone else to be jealous of. It will never end because she is an insecure person. They don't know how to trust. Keep the sweater, get rid of the crazy GF. Not the asshole. Jane sounds unhinged. Am I the asshole for allowing adult kids to yell at boomer grandparents? Am I the asshole for allowing my 22F and 24F daughters to yell out their grandmother? My kid's maternal grandfather, my father, is declining rapidly with dementia. Christmas is right around the corner and making plans has been a last-minute thing due to figuring out whether maternal grandparents would be able to host Christmas. In the previous 25 years, we have worked around the schedule of the paternal grandparents and sister-in-law. This is the first year that we informed mother-in-law that we would be going to my parents on Christmas Day. The previous years, mother-in-law has dictated, we come over Christmas Eve or Christmas Day to her house. My husband called my mother-in-law on speakerphone. She proceeded to yell on the phone that they always had to plan the holidays around us and that we are always an inconvenience. My daughters overheard what my mother-in-law said, and proceeded to get very upset. When my husband tried to explain to his mother that his father-in-law has limited time, his mother responded with, "We're all dying." This caused an immediate reaction from both my daughters where they yelled out hurtful things that my mother-in-law took offense to. No, my in-laws did not have plans yet. In actuality, they have spent the last week moving into a new house. Now my oldest daughter wants to cut off paternal grandparents. My husband thinks my children and I are overreacting for getting upset. My oldest daughter just wants her father to say, "Yes, what grandma said was wrong and your feelings are valid." But of course, he did not say that. Instead, he told her to shout the F up. This causing an even fight within our immediate family. Now my daughters and I aren't speaking to my husband, and they do not want to spend Christmas with their paternal grandparents. And my husband says this is all my fault. Yes, my husband triggered my adult daughter's ADHD rage. If you don't know what that is, look it up, it's a real thing. Not the asshole. Your daughter's feelings are valid. You didn't ruin Christmas, your husband and his mother have. So tell him that he and his mom can have the Christmas they deserve, all alone. Your grandfather is dying and he has the audacity to be upset with you? Is he serious? Whatever issues he has with others being the priority, he clearly gets it from his mother. You are not the asshole, that's insane of them. That is not what a typical man would say. It is what an asshole would say. Not the asshole. Typical man, my man isn't like that. You should tell yours to be a better person. This incident isn't worth going no contact over in a vacuum, but this sounds like it's a pattern. Tell him he needs to make a decision to stand up to mommy dearest. Your husband tells his daughter to shut the fuck up, but how they talk to their grandmother is on you. Not the asshole. Your grandpa has limited time left, of course you want to spend Christmas with him and that side of the family. Shame on mother-in-law for making everything about her with no regard for the difficult situation on your side of the family. She sounds like somebody who is used to controlling everyone and getting her way. The reality is you've spent past Christmases with her, your family should get a chance at that too. Does your husband routinely side with his mom over you? If so, yikes. You've got a bigger problem on your hands. And for him to tell his own daughter to shut the F up is unacceptable behavior. Of course, he probably learned that kind of thing from his mom. As for what your daughters said to Mill, what exactly was it they said? And how did mother-in-law react?